Hello everybody and welcome back to the Pokemon Black Randomizer Nuzlocke. In today's episode we're actually going to take on the gym I was way too afraid to take on last episode. While I do that, I'm going to lower the volume on my headphones a little bit because the music is kind of loud. For you guys it shouldn't have changed. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't think it did. Probably should show you my team because I did a little bit of grinding between episodes. She is still level 26 like I promised because he's been over-leveled. I want to not have him over-leveled. And then we have Ra, the Soul Rock, which didn't learn anything new, I don't think. But did just get a couple of levels. And then, of course, she is. And then we have Savior, the Anorith, which is actually useless. Holy crap, this thing is weak. Actually, looking at its stats, it's not that much weaker than Soul Rock, but for some reason it did a lot less damage. Maybe that had something to do with the fact that water typing... Does water typing get less powerful in sandstorms? Huh, maybe. Or maybe it's got something to do with the fact that water gun is a special... that would explain it, yes. But it did get Metal Claw, so that's going to be very useful because it's a better move, it's a physical move. It's not stab, obviously. I don't have anything stab on this thing. It's not the best Pokemon, but if I were to come up against something that's scary for Soul Rock or Scissor to be up against, I guess we've got it as an option. But for the time being, I would very much prefer not to actually use it until it evolves. When I don't have to. And I know that I'll have to use it in order for it to evolve, but I only want to use it in like safe scenarios and not against like gym leaders. I don't remember much about how this gym works, I'm gonna be honest. I think we... Oh, you light up the gates and then go through them when both pillars are lit up. Yeah. And there's a lot of honey around and there's like a honeycomb thing, and this guy doesn't even have a Combee. If he had a Combee or a Vespiquen, please don't have a Vespiquen. I mean, in theory it's possible, right? Because... Okay, so... This is going to be something for Shears to take care of. In theory, it could be randomized into a Combee, one of his Pokemon, which I would love that. I would very much love that, because Combee is not a good Pokemon. I want to talk to you guys about something now. Something totally not Pokemon related. Because why would I talk about Pokemon while playing Pokemon? I mean, I'm already playing it, why would I talk about it? And I think this is going to be a fairly easy episode. Why did I do that? Why did I think that was a good idea? Okay, maybe I should be talking about Pokemon, but I'm not going to, because I've got a thing to talk about which I am very curious to see you guys' views and opinions on. And that is conspiracy theories. We're gonna get there, and if I get anything about like YouTube searchability, this video would have just been like destroyed in the algorithm. And that's not a conspiracy theory, that's actually something YouTube just outright stated. Like, yeah, we're going to cut back on anything to do with conspiracy theories because we think it's not very healthy for people to like be in an echo chamber like that, which is totally fair. But now also things discussing conspiracy theories get like hit very hard. That's not the theorem I'm talking about. The theorem I'm going to be talking about, Psywave. Is that better than Confusion? That's 50 and 100s, and this is... the attack varies in intensity. Oh, it's that move, and it's only got 80 accuracy. You know what I say to that? Fuck it, no. Keep old moves. We're not... Yes, I want to give up on learning Psywave. So, the all-knowing... Well, I don't know if it's all-knowing because I don't know what I'm talking about, alright? People believe that their phones are listening into them. And to a certain extent that is true, with the somewhat recent controversy surrounding, I think, Google and Amazon, and then before Apple could be in on it too, they said, no, we actually just stopped the program where people are listening in on sound bites from people's phones and like home devices. But people do believe that like they're being listened to for advertising purposes, and that I was talking about something with my friends, and then my phone actually like gave me an ad for that, but I hadn't been Googling it, and it means that it's listening in on me. That's the only logical explanation. No, it's not, because what it's actually doing is way more scary. What it's actually doing is picking up on very, very, very subtle changes in your like internet usage and the other things you Google, and it cross-references that with millions of other things it knows about other people which are like you, and from that it can draw conclusions which a lot of the times are accurate. So if you're like, I want to go on vacation to X country, but I haven't Googled about it. No, but apparently your internet traffic just predicts that. That's what it does. It's way more scary than it actually listening in on you. And the reason that's very evident that it's doing that way is because, one, it's so much easier for programming purposes to have a lot of data points and cross-reference that all than it is to literally have an AI interpret audio into speech files. Also, probably shouldn't have stayed in there. Because the amount of computing power needed, even if it's millions of data points, compared to the amount of computing power needed for an AI to interpret audio, especially on like a large scale with like everyone that has a phone, it's not even funny how significant that difference is. So no, your phone is not listening in on you. It's way more advanced than that. And on top of that, actions speak louder than words. So from your surfing habits, they can... For a moment there I was convinced that said Wobbuffet, and I was so scared. I'm gonna stay in, which she is. So what I want to talk about here is I just got a text. I'll respond to that when I end this episode. So what I wanted to talk about today is it happened to me, but it happened to me on an even like one step deeper than people are like, oh, I talked about this to my friends and then whatever. And I don't know how they can interpret this, and maybe this is like observer bias as well, and you see ads all the time which aren't related to what you're thinking. It's a combination of things. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Also, let's go back to the Pokemon Center because Ra is just about dead. But today I was like, let's order some Domino's, because I haven't had a Domino's pizza in a hot minute. Like, it's been months, because that shit's expensive. I mean, it's like, even with 25% off because I used Honey, which is funny because the gym we're facing today. Also, Honey, if you want to sponsor me for like the 5 people watching this, please go ahead. It's a nice extension. I never get to use it because usually when I'm in a web shop, it doesn't have a coupon code for it. I don't think it works as well in a lot of European and more like country-specific shops than it does in large international stuff. So it doesn't work as well, but I figured, well, let's just try it. And there were a couple of coupon codes, so 25% off. I still had to pay like 10 euros for a medium-sized pizza and a can of Coke, which is quite a lot of money just for just one person dinner, right? And money hasn't been so hot lately for me. So, yeah, I haven't had much in the way of like fast food and delivery, which for my health, pretty good. For my taste buds, I would prefer to have a little bit of it sometimes. Where am I even going? Oh, okay, yeah, I've figured out the puzzle. Wait, this does both, right? Yes, it does. So I figured I'm going to get Domino's. I'm going to get myself a nice, like, very unhealthy, fatty pizza. Because that's just what I wanted to do. And I didn't tell anybody, because why would I? Just, like, text my friends, I'm gonna get Domino's! No, that's not something human beings do. Maybe you do, I don't. It's not like... It's something I'm very proud of, that I'm going to be ordering pizza and I'm going to text people or even like physically tell people about it. How do I even get over there? Oh, I see. But then when I was watching a YouTube video, I got an advert for New York pizza. And to me, it seems very, very, not even plausible, but very possible and actually very realistic that one of the like metadata tags New York pizza would use for determining who sees the ads is Domino's. Just people who are thinking about ordering Domino's, maybe you should serve. Those are definitely interested in pizza. And you want to steal away some traffic from your competition. So if you're New York pizza, I definitely would serve ads to people who are interested in Domino's. That could go two ways, of course. You could serve it to them and they could convert to your shop, or you could serve it to them and then they're like, no, fuck no. I'm like a Domino's boy. And brand loyalty in general. Let's get into that another time. I think being loyal to a brand, they don't care about you. Okay, so we're gonna get into it today, apparently. No, back on topic. So this is the ultimate evidence, because I hadn't texted anybody, I hadn't talked about it to anybody, so my phone couldn't have listened in on me. The only thing that could have feasibly happened if you're going to subscribe to conspiracy theories is that it was reading my fucking mind using like 4G data, which some people believe. And now that 5G is becoming a thing, there's a lot of people who actually believe that 5G has like the wavelength to pick up on like brain waves. And even if that was the case, even with like, what is it called? An EEG, the thing you put on your head to like see brain waves, it's not very like advanced, even in 2019. Brains are freaking complicated. So I don't know why people think you like with a wireless signal they could be able to read your mind suddenly. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Okay, Toxic Rogue. I don't want to use shears, but and I probably shouldn't because of the fighting type. Yeah, fighting type is actually still an issue. I'm gonna stay in with Raw, actually. What I actually think... Oh, of course. Yes, this was the only viable option. I totally forgot I had confusion. That annihilates Toxic Rogue. So, what I actually think happened here is that I just have been getting New York pizza ads for a while, probably, and I only noticed it today because I was planning to order pizza. So, the definition of observer's bias. That's what I think happened, and that's what I think a lot of people come up with these kinds of conspiracy theories actually experience. And then there's like the way out there conspiracy theories about the moon landing being fake and like The Shining being an admittance to that. Like, no, it's not. It's just not. Don't even get me started on fucking flat earthers. Don't even get me started. But that does lead me to an interesting comment question of the day, because sometimes a conspiracy theory which pops up turns out to be true. Like, I think in the 70s or 80s or something, there was a conspiracy theory about like the government doing experiments on students and like medical like patients and that kind of stuff. I don't know the ins and outs of it because I don't really get into that kind of stuff, especially since I wasn't alive back then. But that ended up being true, which is kind of disturbing. So I'm not saying that if you believe in any conspiracy theory, you're absolutely stupid, because frankly, I am a huge advocate for thinking for yourself and individualism. So, and conspiracy theories are just an extreme version of that. So, in a way, I do support the idea behind conspiracy theories a lot of the time. Just a lot of people go too far with it, like the world, the Illuminati, is being controlled by shape-shifting lizards. It's just not. It's just not. I'm sorry. Lidwick. I've actually fought a lot of those during my grinding, so this shouldn't be an issue. But what is your favorite conspiracy theory? And are there any conspiracy theories out there you believe in? Is there anything you have read or heard online, probably, which is a conspiracy theory which we own? Which sounds possible and even likely to you. I gotta go into Shears. I'm sorry for going into Shears so much, but you know what? Shears deserves it. Shears saved our party when we needed it most. He deserves a little bit of screen time. And Fiona isn't going to be that powerful anyway, so we can set up a little bit of Fury Cutter build up here. Bubble isn't going to do a lot. Fury Cutter is going to build up power significantly, and anything he sends out after this is just going to die. I mean, if I can take it out with either Ra or Savior, I'm going to switch out of Shears, even though I have built up Fury Cutter in power, because I don't want to abuse the fact that I'm like literally like 6 levels higher than this Pokemon. 7 now. Not to. You know what's the worst part about this? I still don't think Savior would be able to do anything. So I'm gonna go into Ra. As for myself, conspiracy theories, I don't know really any that I like. I mean, there's the flat Earth thing, and of course that's not true. Of course that is not true. But it's the perfect example of what conspiracy theories in the worst case scenario are, because there's a lot of arguments to be made which would make a certain amount of sense within like their own little bubble of logic. Because if you assume X is true, then you can build upon that and make assumption Y. And then assumption Y is seen as truth. But your assumption is based on an assumption which is based on distrust. Also, we got a third badge without losing anybody, because frankly we were overleveled. I'm going to try not using Shears. Struggle Bog, probably going to be useful actually. Maybe, is that a physical move? Is that a physical move? If that's a physical move, I think we just got something. It's only 30. And it's special. So it's a real bad move. Oh, damn it. So that was the topic of today, but the episode isn't done yet because we're like 20 minutes in. And this would just be a weird episode if this for some reason was suddenly just 20 minutes. But there's gonna be some story which I can totally ignore, so let's get into that. We might just go to the next town, like do the route north of here, because it's not that far. Also, something I probably should talk about, because I don't know when this is getting uploaded. I know it is getting uploaded next week for me, because I'm recording this on Thursday the 30th? 29th. Same thing. And it's probably been uploaded on like Wednesday or something. Because the live streaming thing I've been doing for a couple of weeks really hasn't worked out, and let's be realistic, live streaming is a lot of fun when you've got a little community or a big community around it. But I feel like the community we've got here, while being nice and cozy, and it's nice to be able to talk to everybody, and it's nice to be able to interact with people in the comments, because the whole comment question of the day, it's just... Like last episode that was uploaded, I think I asked what is your favorite weak Pokemon, and I got the answer Farfetch'd, and I wouldn't have ever even considered that. But yeah, Farfetch'd is a pretty useless piece of crap, but it's still cool. Mainly because of the thing it did in the anime, right? It was a thing in the anime for like the first or the second season, I believe. I don't remember. So yeah, it's interesting, and I really like this whole, oh, I don't like this. Usually, Bianca are easy fights. But you have 4 Pokemon, so that's 4 chances of a fighting type, pretty much. Of fucking course you start with one. Is Riolu a steel type yet? I mean, they're both stab. This is going to be super effective regardless. Okay, so that wasn't an issue at all. Oh no. Surely Hydreigon at this level doesn't have any good level up moves yet. Surely it doesn't have any good level up moves, right? It can't have. It was like level 55 or 60. Level 20, it can't have anything good. And you're a dark type, aren't you? So this is going to be super effective. Maybe this isn't as big an issue as I thought it would be. Okay, you have Dragon Breath. At least you don't have Dragon Rage, because that would ruin my day, losing to another Dragon Rage user. Like I did in Hard Gold. Okay, so that wasn't as scary as it could have been. Lantern. You know what, I'm going to stay in just because I don't have coverage for Lantern and my other two Pokemon are both weak to water. So, and I've got Fury Cutter going, which is going to annihilate the rest of her team. Again, if something comes up where I actually have the type advantage for any Pokemon coming up. You know what, Unknown is such a useless piece of crap, I'm going to use Savior for this one. Just to prove a point. Talking about, I think I actually found my answer. I think Unknown might be one of my favorite weak and useless Pokemon. Because I like its gimmick. I really do like its gimmick with like hidden power. And the fact that hidden power exists is wow. Okay, maybe it's not as useless and weak as I... Wow. Or maybe Anorith is just so weak that even Unknown seems powerful against it. Which is kind of pathetic, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, back to the live streaming talk. I feel like, even though like it's fun seeing you guys comment and commenting back on it and like having a discussion starting that way, I feel like it's just not interesting to live stream, and it takes a lot of energy out of me to live stream for like 2 hours straight, twice a week, and it's just not something that like is worth it, and I don't want it to sound like ungrateful or anything. Like, oh, I don't have enough viewers, so I stop live streaming. But that is, at the end of the day, kind of what is happening. I'm aware, but I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Let's go back to the Pokemon Center. So instead, I'm going to just pivot a little bit more back to YouTube, which I haven't been away from YouTube, but I've missed like a couple of weekend uploads as a result of the live streaming. Because the weekend uploads have been Kingdom Hearts, and some of those actually have gotten pretty decent views, and some of them haven't. And those videos were meant to let people on YouTube see, like, this is what it's like being on the live stream and watching that, and just having a little highlight reel of like 20 minutes from the 2-hour stream. If you want to watch it in full, these are the times and this is the link, come watch. And that really didn't work the way I intended it to. And the Kingdom Hearts randomizer is very unstable, so I'm just not going to do that anymore, because frankly it's kind of annoying, and those two things combined, they're just like, I wasn't having much fun with the randomizer. Sometimes it was fun when I found like a very late game weapon in a mid game chest. Very nice. But altogether, those 20 minutes in the highlight reel I uploaded, those are pretty much like the only fun 20 minutes for me in the entire 2 hours. The rest is just getting between those points for the most part. So I didn't really enjoy myself there. Okay, Route 4, we've already caught something here. No, it's not 2 rival battles in a row, is it? Is it? It's not... No. No. No! Okay, Generation 5 does have a lot of rival battles, but this is insane. And you start with a float soul. Of course you do. Okay, so the Twitch not gonna be a thing for the foreseeable future. I might go back to it if like the community grows a little bit and my numbers start being more interesting to be on Twitch, and there's actually like more people watching, and we have a discussion going on in the chat there live, which because that's the most like fun thing about this all, right? Having a discussion and like a dialogue going on. And that's why I started the Common Question of the Day back up, because it encourages that kind of thing, and that's pretty much what I love most about this. And then Twitch even allows more for that, but I think it's going to be on like the backseat for a little while. But that opens up a couple of uploads a week, and since I am not doing it anymore for like pretty much promoting my Twitch channel, I probably should do another series. But what kind of series would make sense for only the weekends? Also, you have a lot of water type Pokemon which I can't really counter at the moment. And the thing is, in my opinion, is uploading 5 videos a week of the Nuzlocke and then 2 videos a week on the weekends of something else doesn't make a lot of sense, because people that are going to be invested in the Nuzlocke can wait 2 days over the weekend. But people that are going to be invested in the weekend series, whatever it's going to be, will be fairly annoyed that there's 5-day waiting periods in between, and that's going to probably result in a drop in viewership. Is my... This is very like inside baseball, I'm aware. Slash, what I'm gonna get rid of for Slash, because False Swipe is going to be very useful. Thief probably isn't that useful, right? I'm gonna get rid of Thief. So what I'm going to probably do is like a every other day kind of thing. So probably... And that doesn't really work as well with the 7-day a week, so it's not going to be set on day. I don't yet know what I'm going to do with it. Okay, Wurmple. Savior, if you can't take out a damn Wurmple, you're actually useless. Even Sunkern could take out a Wurmple. You better take out this Wurmple, that's all I'm saying. Just Metal Claw it to death. Worst part is, I feel like that critical hit might have been necessary. Houndour. Does Rock resist fire? I think Rock resists fire. It should. And for some reason I pictured Houndoom when I read Houndour, so this is not even that scary. This has got to be more powerful, right? It's got to be. Has to be. It has to be. Let me check. But no, I need my stats. Even if it's super effective, my special attack doesn't even like become equal to my physical attack. And then this is actually a more powerful move to begin with. So Metal Claw is going to do more damage unless fire resists steel, which I don't think it does. Oh, of course you did. You know what? It's now or never. Prove your worth. I'm gonna switch you out, but I just need you to do some damage. Oh, that's resisted. So at the end of the day, Water Gun would have been a better option. And I would have actually done a decent amount of damage. What do you know? So this is pretty much what I've been trying to say over the past like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes at this. Why did I go into a Psychic type? Why did I use Confusion? What's wrong with me? Holy crap! Sorry for swearing so much today. I'm aware that I'm swearing a lot more than I usually am. Holy hell. Hound. It's a hellhound. YouTube. I'm not swearing, it's a hellhound. It's a crappish. I could have said shit. Oh, damn it. I'm just digging myself into a hole here. Let's get out of this. Point being is, I've just talked like 15 minutes about a different series and what I'm going to do with it, and I'm not quite sure yet. By the time this video goes up, I'll have decided, and probably the first episode of that other series will have gone up. And it's likely going to be a Pokemon spin-off game. And it's not going to be Mystery Dungeon yet, at least. Maybe I'll redo the Mystery Dungeon games at some point. The thing is, I'm not good at reading out dialogue at all. So what I'm thinking is there have been a couple of people who have done like, I know it's been quite a while by now, but maybe some of you guys know him, TL Game Master did a entire dub of the Kingdom Hearts Chain Memory GBA game. So he used, he worked together with viewers to do voice acting, and he edited all the voice clips under the gameplay footage and all that kind of stuff. And during the gameplay parts, he was just commentating and doing a let's play live, I assume. And that's kind of what I would like to do with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon at some point. The thing is, for that too, I would need a bigger community around me to do the voice acting, and that would be very interesting to do. So that would both be a nice community project and also mean that I don't have to do any dialogue, which would be absolutely fantastic because I'm real bad at doing dialogue. Please, anybody watching this, don't go back and watch the Mystery Dungeon series. If you want to, that's fine, but please don't. It's real bad. It's no fun. I'm not gonna take them down just because they're so bad, but I would very much discourage anybody from watching them. And I'm gonna be very upset if the viewership on those series is gonna go up after this episode goes live. So it's probably gonna be a Pokemon spin-off game. I just don't know which one quite yet. Let's try to... Actually, no! We're well over the 30-minute mark. I'm going to end the episode here. Next time we're going to go through this route and we'll see what ends up happening. It's been a quick 30 minutes. The first like half, it took forever during the gym battle, but once we got going, we got freaking going. Until the next time, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed this mess of a video. I'll see you all later. Bye.